సో సార్ ఇప్పుడు అంటే లైక్ సెలబ్రిటీస్ అందరూ ఎప్పుడు చూసినా షూటింగ్స్ టైంలో వాళ్ళు ఫార్ అవే వెళ్ళాల్సి ఉంటుంది.
Yes.
సో అట్ దట్ టైమ్స్ హౌ వుడ్ యూ ప్లాన్ దేర్ డైట్?
Okay. So, for example, currently I'm cooking for Samantha Ruth. Again, amazing. She's a fitness freak and very particular. And if you see her workouts, just kind of as a chef, it just gives me a lot of motivation for me also. And it's such a pleasure to work with them. To cook something. You become kind of a little part of their
Life.
fitness journey. So when, for example, if they have a shoot in a long distance, so what we do is either we have special boxes which retain the temperatures. I'm talking about locally if there are shoots. For example, currently for Samantha, if she's staying at home, I directly send. Or whenever there are different shoot locations, I mean, the production team, they send their drivers, and we put it in a special boxes which retains the temperature of the food. That's how we
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to the out of station shoots, at
Yeah.
that time, how would you balance this food sending or all that?
So usually, I'm talking about earlier, I was quite kind of little flexible, traveling with them
Okay.
earlier. But nowadays it's kind of little difficult because I'm also running a restaurant. So what I do when I have a word with their chefs, their own chefs. I try to help them with the balanced recipes, and that's how I um, try to help them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So after all, coming to all the diet,
Yeah.
so there is some day called cheat day. So how the celebrities will manage with these cheat days?
Okay. So there is this weird thing people have, cheat day. Um, how I look at it is, even for the diet food, I mean, I try to give it a very colorful, very interesting, very flavorful, So I tell them the food what I'm giving you, you taste, you eat, you taste. I mean, you would not feel that you're on a diet or something. I mean, that's where the chef creativity and his whatever he had learned from the previous this thing, it comes. So there is no such thing for me as a cheat day, but still we have certain clients chef, I want to try something. I want to have maybe a good burger or something. So I think it's absolutely fine, once in a while, because they had worked so hard. So once in a while, I do treat them with some solid meal, Um, so it's also about how a particular dish is prepared. What kind of ingredients you're using. Everything what I serve, what I send them, I make sure 99% is prepared in my own kitchen. You know, the bread we do our own. We bake our own bread. The sauces, the seasonings, the marinations, which we do by ourselves. But once in a while, as you said, we have there is one great actor. So he likes to have a solid cheat meal, but still after eating that, he would say, Chef, this did not look like a cheat meal. Even for the cheat meal, we try to cover all the nutrients in it and make it flavorful. And whatever the cravings they have. For example, if somebody have a sweet tooth, so we try to remove the bad ingredients, which is the sugar and all, and we add some natural stevia or something which kind of reduces
But gives the
the
same taste.
exactly. Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you said that you will also include bread, but some of the dietitians or nutritionists will say that if we are on diet, we must avoid the bread because it would be made by maida.
Yes.
So, how could you include
All
that?
right. So we have something called gluten-free bread, which we use our ingredients are almond flour.
Okay.
We use a little bit of quinoa, ragi, all this millets ka
Okay, so
Flour will be
the
made. Yes.
with that flour you
Yes.
will make bread.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So if I ask you that, if does Samantha has any cheat day? If yes, so how would her diet was planned on that day?
Okay. To be honest with you, like the best part of her is like, she eats whatever I give her.
Mm.
And at least like, I never got a complaint or anything like saying that, chef, I don't want this, I don't want. And that for a chef, it gives us a lot of motivation
Motivation.
and to make sure like, whatever we give, first of all, it will not even look like a diet meal. Like,
Mm.
maybe I'll share some pictures of like, what kind of food we give. That's what I'm saying. It is very important for chefs to make sure like, the nutritious food should not look like a diet food. Like, it's we have the psychological thing, like,
Mm.
even these actors like, oh my god, I'm eating a diet food because it's very bland and all. Like, you just have to play with the ingredients to and make sure like, you extract the best nutrients of each and every ingredient, and make sure you come up with a balanced, very colorful, very flavorful
Mm.
meal, so that it is not boring, it is flavorful. And of course, like, I don't think then they will come some they will have this thing in their mind that, they're having a diet meal, or I should have one cheat meal or something. Like, I think that concept, it's kind of like, fading these days.
Okay.
Yeah.
సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాలను నిలిపివేయడం చట్టరీత్యా నేరం. సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాల కోసం మీ స్థానిక కేబుల్ ఆపరేటర్ని వెంటనే సంప్రదించండి. డిటిహెచ్లో, ఇంటర్నెట్లో కూడా సాక్షి టీవీ ప్రసారాలను వీక్షించవచ్చు.